Namaskaram. A very good afternoon, everyone. 2 long technical sessions delineating the nuances of diabetic management. We hope those were truly meaningful and purposeful. We now stand at the culmination of the 2-day long festivities of Sitaram Centennial celebrations. Hidahidam Sukham Dukham Ayuhu Tasya Hidahidam Manam Cha Tacha Yatroktam Ayurveda sa uchyate. Ayurveda is that Veda, that knowledge that encapsulates the good and the bad, the happy and the unhappy. This well-roundedness, which is characteristic of Ayurveda, this repository of knowledge with its well-roundedness, is India's proud contribution to the world medicine. The fact that this age-old wisdom is greatly relevant even today in the 21st century, the fact that the principles enshrined in Ayurvedic treatises are applied not just in the birthplace, not just within our country, but are being relevant in other parts of the world as well. These are all testament to its merit, no less. And especially this transcendental characteristic, the transcendence of time, the transcendence of geographical location, is also the reason why Sitaram has been able to successfully complete 100 years of Ayurvedic practice. Today, Sitaram Ayurveda stands tall and grateful, basking in the glory of 100 years of faithful commitment to the health of humanity. This is a moment to take a stock of the past, to have a quick recap of the past and also chart out a roadmap for the future. And hence, awards were instituted. Today, we are also ready to witness the presentation of iconic awards, launch e-portals and labs and so on. Next to greatness is the appreciation of greatness, we say. When we are standing here grateful for this century of healing practices, we realize that our journey was enriched by laudable contributions made by fellow practitioners in the field. Therefore, we are looking forward to present AYUSH, VAIDYA, APURVA VAIDYA Awards, AYUSH RATNA Award, AYUSH MITRA, AYUSH SANCHARAM, Ekalavya, and so on. Now that the awards were born as a result of taking stock of the past, it is with a clear vision for the future that web portal called Aachaara Rasaayanam has been designed. The portal, we hope, will be a one-stop solution for Ayurvedic healing practices related knowledge materials. So without much further ado, I'm aware that there are distinct guests who have joined us from different parts of the country, different parts of the world for that matter. Warmest greetings to all of you. A quick word of welcome to all our distinguished guests, our dearest participants. And on that note, I'd like to extend a hearty welcome to the Centennial celebrations of Sitaram Ayurveda. This is when in the physical event we applaud, but we are living in a different time, so I think we will applaud to our own selves. We will start off on an auspicious note, a short hymn as a prayer to Lord Dhanvantari, and then we will begin the ceremony. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namah. Having invoked the blessings of the Almighty, we begin the official session. To welcome the gathering, the online presence, we have with us the meticulous director of Sitaram Ayurveda, who considers Ayurveda and holistic healing a very close subject to his heart. May I invite Dr. Vignesh Devaraj to please welcome the gathering.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. With the blessings of all the teachers, gurus, our founding fathers, we are happy to start our celebratory function of Sitaram Ayurveda. Now, when we say 100 years, when we just look back what all happened in the 100 years, I mean, right now we are in a pandemic. So some people ask, okay, so you're celebrating 100 years, so that means you started in the time of Spanish flu. And then we had the independence, and then in between we had 2 world wars, and post that we had our own Republic of India being liberated. And after that, a lot of things changed, and the technological development has happened. And I was reading in a business book which says that according to some surveys, 90% of the business do not go past 5 years of their existence, and some even go up to 10 years. So having survived, not just survived, also thrived for 100 years, it takes a lot of pride in its, like we say, the word organization and organism has a lot of commonality, because it's a living and breathing organism and organization, because of the vision to guide humanity to experience a sustained optimal health. So after 2 days of technical session, and today is also the World's Diabetes Day, we did a technical seminar on inviting some of the brilliant minds in Ayurveda to discuss how Ayurveda can help and give a holistic approach to finding recovery for diabetes mellitus. So today, as a part of our inauguration of the Centennial celebration, the presidential address is by our Honourable Member of Parliament, Shri.T.N.Prathapan sir. As we, with a lot of heart, we call him T.N. And to say the other side of T.N. Prathapan sir, even though he's a very well-known MP from our place, and everybody has access to him, no matter what problems you have, his head is full of all the problems of people. The other side of TNP is, as you can see in the background, he has a home library in his home. He reads like a bookworm, from the books like Autobiography of Yogi to the book of Mahatma Gandhi, My Experiments with Truth, and also books on transformation, economical upliftment of the society. A very well-read person, and also very much committed. What can we do to the society to commit to make it up? And he has recently written a book called Ormagalude Sneha Theeram. He is a very passionate writer, and also about the people, a very people's person who always keeps their problems to his heart. Sir, thank you so much for accepting and being a part of this event. It's a real honor for us. And he's someone who does Ayurvedic treatment every year. And there are many Ayurvedic doctors who has not done Panchakarma, but he's someone who does Panchakarma every year to keep up his health. So he lives and preaches that. And then we are happy to have the Honourable Minister of AYUSH, Ports, Shipping and Waterways from Government of India, Sri Sarbananda Sonwal ji. He has accepted to grace the event and also to give the awards for APURVA VAIDYA for some Dr. L.Mahadevan, who has shown his clinical acumen and also in documenting and giving a lot of free medical camps, and also giving recovery to a lot of patients through Ayurveda. And also we are giving the award Ayurveda RATNA, a Lifetime Achievement Award, to Dr. Gurdip Singh, who has given a vast amount of his life's commitment to Ayurveda and guided so many students to find their medical niche when it comes to Ayurvedic practice. And today, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, due to an emergency situation, he will not be able to attend. So we'll be having a short statement from him in the later stage. And we have the Honorable Minister of State for Tourism, Sripad Yasho Naik, who was also the previous AYUSH Minister. And he'll be giving the awards AYUSH SANCHARAM for people who have promoted Ayurveda as a medical tourism, especially coming from abroad to India to experience the healing powers of Ayurveda. And we are giving this award to 3 dignitaries, that is Yuri from Russia, and Markus Hegemann from Germany, and Hans Wettstein from Switzerland. They have almost, they all love India, and they, in their respective countries, they do their best to educate and bring awareness about the spirit of India and Ayurveda. And because of their efforts, we see a lot of patients coming for Ayurveda from abroad. So it's an honor and appreciation for them for their life work that they are doing. And I call it a life work because they have committed to this for more than 2 and 3 decades. And then we have Padma Shri Dr. Rajesh Kotecha sir, the Honourable Secretary from Ministry of AYUSH, who is also an Ayurvedic doctor and the author of 2 Ayurvedic books. And he will be inaugurating the AYUSH lab of Sitaram Ayurveda, as innovation quality is one of our commitments in Sitaram. He will be inaugurating the AYUSH lab today, and also he will be launching the online web portal called Aachaara Rasaayanam. It's a portal for Ayurvedic doctors to enhance their confidence when it comes to their practice. And also it will be a web portal where they can access show notes of some of the best clinicians. And he will be giving the award AYUSH MITRA for a renowned oncologist, Dr.C.P.Mathew sir, who just passed away a few weeks ago, as a recognition to him posthumously for the commitment that he has done for AYUSH, for Ayurveda and Siddha when it comes to treating lakhs of cancer patients. And also, we'll be giving an Ekalavya award for one of the students who was committed in learning, Dr. V.L. Prasad. So, a journey of journey of 1,000 steps starts with a single step. And there's a saying, if you want to go fast, you can go alone, but if you want to go far, you have to go together. And what we are doing here is we are going together with our vision. And 100 years, it's a lot of teamwork, and teamwork is what is making this possible. And as a part of that, we have the visionary of Sitaram, Dr. D. Ramanathan, who was instrumental in bringing good manufacturing practices to Ayurveda, and also that is why Sitaram is also the first company to have the good manufacturing practice, which later on became a benchmark, and also bringing many clinical trials, and also being instrumental in making the traditional knowledge digital library so that the knowledge of Ayurveda is protected from fraudulent patent claims, and also starting of the National Medicinal Plant Board so that the scarcity of medicinal plant raw materials is not a problem anymore. Because if we can plan it and if we can utilize our resources in the right way, the possibilities of Ayurvedic medicines is a boon for many of us in the humanity. So I invite all the people who are watching this from different parts of the world. As of yesterday, we had over 6,000 visitors, and today, so far, we have over 5,000 visitors already watching this event from different parts of the world. So thank you all, and to each and every family member of Sitaram and who are associated with Sitaram directly or indirectly, be it a farmer who is giving us the medicinal plant, or a landowner who is giving the land for the farmers to cultivate their plants and giving it to us, including the patients who are benefiting us and rewarding us to continue the vision that we have. We thank all of you, and we welcome all of you to this Centennial celebration, and thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Vignesh Devraj. It was rightly put, if you walk alone, you might walk fast, but if you walk together, you walk far. Let's together walk far. And presiding over the meeting today is somebody who is very familiar to all of us, like Doctor had mentioned earlier, who is approachable, who is always there for his people, a political leader who is committed to enhancing the living conditions and social circumstances of people. But apart from that, his interests also align with Ayurvedic ideals of revering the Mother Earth. In fact, in his previous tenure, he had helmed festivals like National Bamboo Festival and Oruma Beach Festival and so on. In fact, in a way, the holistic approach that we are speaking of in medical context is something that he adopts in his developmental projects. He looks at an all-rounded approach for developmental activities. His book, Ormagalode Snehathiram, reflects his literary prowess. Truly delighted to have amidst us Shri.T.N.Prathapan, Honourable MP. Welcome, sir, for the presidential address.
Thank you very much. Honourable Minister of Ayush, Sri Sarbananda Sonwal ji, Honourable Minister of State for Tourism, Shripad Yeso Naik ji, Ayush Secretary Padma, Sri Dr. Rajesh Kotecha, Sitaram Ayurveda MD, my brother Dr. D. Ramanathan, Director Dr. Venkatesh Devaraj, respected dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, we heartily inviting you to the auspicious event of celebrating 100 years of Sitaram Ayurveda Pharmacy Thrissur, Kerala. Ayurveda medical service is the most important service in our society. Sitaram Ayurveda completed 100 years in it. It is not a small thing. Sitaram Ayurveda is a pride of our Thrissur and Kerala. Its contribution to the Ayurvedic medical sector is incredible. It started its journey of healing people through Ayurveda from 1921. They are able to maintain the same quality of service to the society still now. Ayurveda is a symbol of our ancient Indian tradition. Sitaram Ayurveda choose their path of service in Ayurvedic medicine and showed light of many. Ashif, 1 minute. Showed light for many is this field. As a member of parliament from Thrissur, I am proudly congratulating the Sitaram family for this wonderful milestone in the history of Sitaram Ayurveda. Sitaram Ayurveda has been producing around 500 Ayurvedic medicines and conducting deep research in this area. The manufacturing plant is well equipped with modern technology and machineries. It has research and development lab which is approved by Government of India. It is the first GMP certified company in the field of Ayurveda in India. It is the first Ayurvedic company which got ISO certification in South India. Sitaram Ayurveda specialty hospital situated at Thrissur town and Sitaram beach retreat at Talikulam near the Sagajiram, the famous place of the Kerala, plays an important role in the health of our people. Sitaram Ayurveda has a herbal garden. Sitaram's interest is preserving rare medicinal plants must be congratulated. Kerala was a land with the treasure of Ayurvedic medicine and medical plants. Colonial invaders wrote books about it, like spices. We had plenty of rare medicinal plants and trees. Due to the ecological issues, most of them became rare and some of them vanished. But the people and institutions like Sitaram Ayurveda worked hard in his sector to preserve such plants. Ayurveda is attracting millions around the world and it found a place along with other medicinal practices. Ayush Ministry has been doing a great job to protect and popularize Ayurvedic legacy. Sitaram Ayurveda was able to join its hands with Ayush in many projects. As a part of traditional and legacy, Ayurveda should be celebrated. And the institutions like Sitaram Ayurveda was who work in this sector also should be promoted. I am very happy to be part of these celebrations. On this auspicious occasion, I wish all the success to Sitaram Ayurveda and the persons behind it. May their journey continue successfully forever. I once again greet all the honorable dignitaries Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. It is a moment of prestige for us to have you amidst us. Thank you for your sincere words of appreciation and congratulations. Thank you, sir. And now, we are almost ready for the inauguration, but just before that, as has been already mentioned in the outset, 100 years is quite a long journey, a momentous occasion. It serves well to look back and see the journey that has been covered so far. So let's take a look at the company profile.
Kerala, the land of Ayurveda. From time immemorial, the science of life has weaved itself with the rich tradition of Kerala. The kings of Kerala patronized this form of medicine, and each physician was allotted to each village in the kingdom. The main job of the physician was to maintain the health of the village. Their payment was directly proportional to the quality of health of the villagers. So, they used to take extra care in preventive measures to keep away diseases from the villages. As a part of pursuing this practice, the then Maharaja of Cochin, His Highness Sri Rama Varma, fostered the inception of Sitaram Ayurveda Pharmacy Limited in 1921. This novel venture was headed by 10 Ayurveda devotees, and the prominent among them were Shri T.S. Balarama Iyer and Shri T.A. Gopalakrishna Iyer. In 1950s, Shri Devaraja Iyer took over the reign of the company. His son, Dr. D. Ramanathan, an eminent Ayurvedic physician, succeeded him and further contributed to the growth of the company. His clear vision and hard work made Sitaram Ayurveda one of the top Ayurvedic companies in India.
Sitaram Ayurveda, the first joint stock company in the then Madras province, set a benchmark by becoming the first Ayurveda company to receive Good Manufacturing Practices certification in the world. With the state-of-art manufacturing units, research and development units, Sitaram consistently kept up with the advancements and regulated the processes to produce superior quality Ayurvedic medicines. Today, Sitaram's manufacturing unit is built across 100,000 square feet, produces over 625 classical Ayurvedic formulations, and has over 50 patented formulations. In addition, Sitaram Ayurveda has over 425 franchisees and a team of 450 plus members striving to guide humanity to experience optimal health. Sitaram Ayurveda is consistently striving to improve the quality and effectiveness of the medicines. One such effort was to get the quality control lab accredited under the National AYUSH mission. Sitaram's AYUSH laboratory is a full-fledged and well-equipped laboratory having separate divisions for ASU drugs, wet analysis, pharmacognosy, microbiology, and high-end instrumentation, with an intellectual team of expertise in the areas of Ayurveda, chemistry, botany, microbiology, and pharmaceutics to provide timely, reliable, and dependable results. Sitaram expanded into the Panchakarma and Ayurveda treatment sector with Sitaram Ayurveda Specialty Hospital in 1995. This specialty hospital was the first of its kind in Thrissur to provide specialized Ayurveda under its 6 core divisions. Sitaram in 2014 started Sitaram Beach Retreat, an NABH accredited Ayurveda hospital in Thrissur. It is considered one of the leading Panchakarma centers globally and rated as a top wellness retreat by Condé Nast and TripAdvisor. Sitaram Research Foundation, the charitable trust, was founded with a vision to propagate the science of Ayurveda to the doctors and public. As part of this initiative, Sitaram conducts a weekly webinar, Aachaara Rasaayanam, every Sunday, inviting the leading faculties worldwide to share their clinical experience and wisdom with the Ayurveda community. Sitaram Ayurveda is moving forward with a solid vision to guide humanity to experience sustained optimum health, as health is now more important than ever before. At this Centennial celebratory event, we thank everyone who has helped the Sitaram Ayurveda reach this point. Together, Sitaram Ayurveda will touch many more lives in their healing journeys.
The groundwork for all happiness is good health, we say. By that logic, Sitaram has been laying the groundwork of happiness for over a century now. It's truly a fulfilling moment, and to many, many more such years of healing to come. We are ready for the inauguration of the day, of the evening. So we are all set to invite the honorable dignitary who is to perform the inauguration, a diligent leader with a strong sense of political acumen. He takes keen interest in ensuring the well-being of his people. He has been helming AYUSH with great zest and encourages a pluralistic approach in healthcare. He strongly believes in the inherent value of the traditional methods of healing. Today, he has consented to inaugurate the Centennial celebrations of Sitaram as well as give away two of our awards, Ayurveda RATNA and APURVA VAIDYA. In order to do the honors, may I invite Honourable Minister for AYUSH, Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Government of India, the preeminent Shri Sarbananda Sonwal ji. Welcome.
Congratulations to the entire Sitaram Ayurveda family and everyone joined here for celebrating 100 years of healing legacy. 100 years in Ayurveda healing is a great achievement in the traditional Ayurvedic treatment of India. I am sure Sitaram Ayurveda is sure to reach new heights in Indian Ayurveda in the future. I know that Sitaram Ayurveda is the first Ayurveda company to receive GMP certification, becoming a benchmark to the industry. Sitaram Ayurveda is active in the field of research and Panchakarma treatment. My heartfelt appreciation and best wishes to everyone associated with the Sitaram Ayurveda family. I am very happy to be invited to inaugurate this event and hereby officially inaugurate the ceremonial celebration event. Wishing Dr. D. Ramanathan and his team many more such glorious milestones in the future. At the same time, I am also very happy to have the opportunity to recognize individuals who have selflessly served Ayurveda. I now present Ayurveda Ratna Award, a Lifetime Achievement Award to Padma Shri Professor Dr. Gurdip Singh for his selfless service in the field of Ayurveda research and scientific explanations of Panchakarma, leading to its global acceptance. Congratulations to him and wish him all the best for being a role model to the entire Ayurveda Vaidya community. I now present the next award to Dr. L.Mahadevan, who is presented with the APURVA Vaidya Award for his outstanding clinical acumen. I feel so honored to present this award to a man who has authored 72 books in Ayurveda and Siddha. His clinical work has benefited lakhs of patients. Congratulations, Dr. L.Mahadevan, and continue the good work you are doing today. You being the lover of Ayurveda and promoter of Ayurveda and practitioner of Ayurveda, I believe this is the right platform to focus the importance of Ayurveda. And we all know Ayush is a life of Indian society. And this, I believe, is going to play a very important role to become the life of the global society. That is why I sincerely request everybody to promote Ayush throughout the country. Please make it an event as an event of the nation, and also make Ayush the people's andolan throughout the country. Let every household of the country prefers to use Ayush product to keep themselves fit and happy and keep India proud in the global society. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you, Sri Sonwalji, for your very fine remarks and for doing the honors. Ayurveda Ratna and APURVA VAIDYA Awards have been presented by Honourable AYUSH Minister. Now, the awardees have also logged in and they are also joining us on this occasion. Ayurveda Ratna, just as the name suggests, a precious jewel. The industrious efforts put forth by the practitioner is no less than a precious jewel in itself. He has steadfastly devoted himself to championing the ideals of Ayurveda and reiterate their central role in remedying the ailments of humanity. Padma Shri, Professor Dr. Gurdip Singh, MD, PhD, he has been awarded Ayurveda Ratna Lifetime Achievement Award. Let's take a quick look at the video of Dr. Gurdip Singh.
Dr. Gurdip Singh did his BAMS graduation from Jivaji University, Gwalior, and went on to complete his postgraduate and doctorate PhD from BHU, Varanasi. He has a vast experience of 53 years in clinical practice and 42 years in teaching. In the 48 years of his research career, he has guided over 100 theses as a guide and co-guide for various MD and PhD students. Many of his students still consider him to be the reason for their success in finding their niche in medical practice. In the year 2020, he was conferred with the fourth highest civilian award, Padma Shri, for medicine by the Republic of India. And it was awarded by none other than our President Ram Nath Kovind. The President of India media briefing commented about him stating, Dr. Singh was instrumental in infusing science and raising the standard of Ayurvedic research. His scientific explanations of Panchakarma and its benefits played a crucial role in its global acceptance. He has been awarded multiple gold medals for clinical research in Ayurvedic science, and his books are also a part of the syllabus in the Central Council of Indian Medicine. He is considered to be an authority in Charaka Samhita and Madhava Nidhanam. As a part of his research, he made a Trigarbha Kuti based on Vedic concept for undertaking Kayakalpa Rasayana therapy at Gujarat Ayurveda University, Jamnagar. He is currently the Honorary Director of Postgraduate and PhD Studies in SDM College of Ayurveda, Hassan. On this occasion of completing 100 years of Ayurvedic healing legacy, Sitaram Ayurveda hereby confers Ayurveda Ratna Lifetime Achievement Award upon Padma Shri Professor Dr. Gurdip Singh, recognizing his scholarliness and lifetime commitments in research and academics in Ayurveda, and acknowledging his outstanding authority in Charaka Samhita and Madhava Nidhanam.
Padma Shri Professor Dr. Gurdip Singh Ji, truly elated to have you amidst us today. We would be honored to hear from you. A 2-minute acceptance speech from you will be appreciated. Namaste Ji and welcome.
Thank you very much. Honourable Minister Shri Sonwal ji, Vaidya Rajesh, Kotecha Secretary ji, Dr. D. Ramanathan ji. I have been foreign countries, and whenever people say know that I am from Ayurveda, they say yes, you are from Kerala. So in foreign country, Kerala is a synonym of Ayurveda. Particularly Indian culture, Ayurveda, and all these things were protected because Kerala is situated in far south west, I think, and invasion. Those who came from through Punjab, their power fed up, so they were able to keep. So Panchakarma, Ayurveda, particularly Vagbat tradition, all are very much preserved in Kerala, and now we are benefited from those knowledge. Another thing is Kerala is a herbal province, and fresh I have seen at Kotecha pharmacy and Thrissur pharmacy also, and that people are getting fresh drug, genuine drug, and those drugs are effective, very effective, and we all use these drugs, medicine in north also. Another thing is my first PG student, PhD student is from Kerala, Dr. Surendran. I think he is living now at Thrissur, and earlier he retired as professor and principal of Kotecha. Dr. Jayadevan is also my student at Jamnagar. Now he is a principal of Kotecha. Then Dr. Manoj Kumar is, I think, in directorate, maybe director or something else. And I have visited many times Kerala, many pharmacy. Once there, we heard that there is one place where this Rasaayanam, Kaya Kalp Rasaayanam was done. We visited that place. Exactly, I forgot its name. And then the services being done by Dr. Ramanathan ji and Sitaram Ayurveda Pharmacy, they are very much appreciable. We all are indebted for the contribution by the Sitaram Pharmacy. And again, I am very, very thankful to Sitaram Ayurveda institutions for giving me this award. I'm very, very happy with you all, and I will thank you again, very much. Thank you for your grace. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for being gracious enough to accept the recognition as well. Thank you, sir. And now we are proceeding to the next recipient of the award APURVA VAIDYA for outstanding clinical acumen. The recognition is for exceptional service of Ayurvedic doctors, clinicians whose healing practices have brought solace to many a life. A brilliant doctor, Dr. L.Mahadevan MD, PhD, is the recipient of APURVA VAIDYA. Let's take a look at the journey that Dr. L.Mahadevan has taken up so far.
Dr. L. Mahadevan completed his BAMS graduation from Venkatramana Ayurveda College, Chennai. Post-graduation in Kaya Chikitsa from Government Ayurveda College, Trivandrum. And doctorate PhD from Manonmanyam Sundaranar University, Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. Dr. L.Mahadevan is one of the most sought after clinician and teacher in the field of Ayurveda and is known as a crowd puller clinician. He has published over 72 books on Ayurveda and Siddha. Dr. L. Mahadevan showed sincere and constructive efforts in uplifting ordinary Ayurveda students to higher levels. He has created a good number of Ayurvedic clinical practitioners who consider him to be their life and career mentor. He is considered as a rare genius who has the blend of clinical acumen and teaching efficiency. His teachings are highly motivating, entertaining, and easy to understand. Some of the key awards he has received includes Best Scientific Writing Award from Rashtriya Ayurveda Vidyapeeth, Government of India, Best Writer Award from Government of Tamil Nadu, the Best Doctor Award from MGR Medical University, Chennai, and Aachaara Award from CCIM, Government of India. He is continuing as a successful practitioner in a village in Kanyakumari district called Darshanam, where he tirelessly sees an average of 120 outpatients every day. In his hospital, he treats the poor and financially constrained patients for free. He has developed a unique guna-based Tridoshik concepts of clinical practice for budding doctors and practitioners to practice the science of Ayurveda with confidence. The books he has authored are today the most referred clinical handbooks for Vaidyas, which can be seen in many homes, libraries, and with doctors along with the Brihatrayis and Lagutrayis. His commitment and dedication towards the welfare of the Ayurveda community are unparalleled. He is the director of Dr. Y. Mahadeva Iyer's Sri Sarada Ayurveda Hospital in Kanyakumari district. On this occasion of completing 100 years of Ayurvedic healing legacy, Sitaram Ayurveda hereby confers APURVA VAIDYA Award upon Dr. L. Mahadevan, recognizing his outstanding clinical acumen and his practical implementation of the Guna and Tridosha based Siddhanta. This has guided thousands of Ayurvedic Vaidyas, students, and also helped lakhs of patients towards recovery.
Dr. L. Mahadevan, a hearty welcome to you. We would love to hear from you now. Welcome, sir.
Namaste. I am very happy and thankful to Sitaram family, Ramanathan sir, for selecting me for this award, which will give more encouragement and enthusiasm to teach and treat more and more. In this good occasion, I remember Dr. B. Vaidyanathan sir, Nambudiri sir, Sankaran Kutti sir, and my grandfather Y. Mahadeva here, and I am thankful to my father and mother and wife. And I am also sharing my happiness with my fellow colleagues in Pankaja Kasturi Ayurveda College, where I am the faculty of general medicine. And I am also thankful to Saju, my secretary, for making many things in my life possible. And I feel the grace of my gurus, Paramahamsa Yogananda, Jnanananda Swamigal, and Maddapuram Dakshinamurti Swamigal with love and gratitude. And once again, I am very much moved and emotionally elated. And I am thankful to Ramanathan sir and the group of Sitaram family for selecting a small man from a remote village in India for this wonderful, great award. Thanks from the heart, sir. It's a great honor for me. I give my Pada Namaskaram to all the Mahatmas present in the stage and in the Ayurvedic world. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram, sir. You're being very modest while saying so, but this is truly a moment of prestige for us. Thank you again. And now that we are in the process of celebrating 100 years, it is only right that we do have a bit of music to add to the tempo of celebrations. We do have part 2 of the official session, but parallel to the official session, we also have a space to celebrate with music. So we will have a short musical interlude and then we will resume the official session.
നമസ്കാരം. സീതാറാം ആയുർവേദ ആരംഭിച്ച് ഇന്ന് 100ാം വാർഷികം ആഘോഷിക്കുന്ന ഈ സന്തോഷവേളയിൽ എൻ്റെ എല്ലാ ആശംസകളും അഭിനന്ദനങ്ങളും ഞാൻ നേർന്നുകൊള്ളുന്നു. 100 വർഷം മുമ്പ് ആരംഭിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് അതിൻ്റെ ഫൗണ്ടർ അന്ന് ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത് ഇന്നാട്ടിലെ ജനങ്ങൾക്ക് നല്ല രീതിയിലുള്ള ഒരു ആയുർവേദ ചികിത്സ നൽകാൻ സാധിക്കണം, അതിനുള്ള തയ്യാറെടുപ്പോട് കൂടിയിട്ടാണ് ഇത് ആരംഭിക്കുന്നത് എന്നുള്ള ഉദ്ദേശത്തോടുകൂടി ചെയ്തു എന്നുള്ളത് എൻ്റെ മുത്തച്ഛൻ പറഞ്ഞ് ഞാൻ കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. ആ മൂല്യം ഒട്ടും നഷ്ടപ്പെടാതെ കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഇന്നത്തെ അതിൻ്റെ MD ഡോക്ടർ രാമനാഥനും അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ മകൻ ഡോക്ടർ വിഘ്നേശും അവരുടെ നല്ല ഒരു ടീം ഉൾക്കൊണ്ടുകൊണ്ട് നല്ലൊരു ടീമിനെയും വെച്ചുകൊണ്ട് അത് നന്നായിട്ട് നടത്തിക്കൊണ്ടു പോകുന്നു എന്നുള്ള സന്തോഷ വാർത്ത എനിക്ക് നന്നായിട്ട് അറിയാവുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. അത് ജനങ്ങളുടെ ഇടയിൽ സംസാര വിഷയം കൂടിയാണ്. ഇന്ന് തൃശ്ശൂരിൽ അതിൻ്റെ ഹൃദയഭാഗത്ത് നിലകൊള്ളുന്ന സീതാറാം ആയുർവേദ സെന്ററിന് പുറമെ അവർ നാട്ടികയിൽ സീതാറാം റിസോർട്ട്, ബീച്ച് റിസോർട്ട് എന്നുള്ള പേരിൽ തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതിലും എനിക്ക് ഒരു ചികിത്സയ്ക്കായി പോകുവാനുള്ളൊരു ഭാഗ്യം കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ എനിക്ക് കൂടുതൽ അതിനെപ്പറ്റി അറിയാൻ ഒരു അവസരം കിട്ടി. ഒരു 5 സ്റ്റാർ ഹോട്ടലില് ഉപമിക്കുന്ന രീതിയിലുള്ള റൂമുകളും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ചികിത്സാ കേന്ദ്രങ്ങളും അവർ അവിടെ നടത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്, ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ ആ ചികിത്സ ചെയ്യുന്ന നഴ്സുമാരും മറ്റുള്ളവരും വളരെ നല്ലൊരു രീതിയിലുള്ള ട്രെയിനിങ് കിട്ടിയതിന് ശേഷമാണ് അത് നടത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് പോകുന്നത്. അതെനിക്ക് അറിയാൻ സാധിച്ചു. ഇതിന് പുറമെ അവിടെ യോഗാ കേന്ദ്രവും അവരാരംഭിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ ആ ക്ലാസ്സിലും പോകാറുണ്ട്, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് എനിക്ക് പറയാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നത്. ഇതുകൂടാതെ കണ്ടു തന്നെ നല്ല ആഹാരം കഴിക്കുവാനായിട്ടുള്ള നല്ല രീതിയിലുള്ള ഒരു ക്യാൻറ്റീൻ, അത് ആയുർവേദിക് പ്രകാരം പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ആ ആഹാര പദാർത്ഥങ്ങൾ നമുക്ക് കഴിച്ച് അതും ആസ്വദിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു സൗകര്യം അവിടെ അവർ ഒരുക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇതെല്ലാത്തിനും പുറമെ നമുക്ക് സമയം കിട്ടുന്ന ആ അവസരങ്ങളിലെല്ലാം ആ ബീച്ചിൽ ഇരുന്നു കൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് പ്രകൃതി സൗന്ദര്യം ആസ്വദിക്കുന്നതിന് പുറമെ നല്ല ഒരു രീതിയിൽ നമുക്ക് സമയം ചെലവഴിക്കാനും അവസരം അവിടെയുണ്ട്. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഞാൻ അവിടെ പോകുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഇന്ത്യയിൽ നിന്നും ധാരാളം ആൾക്കാർ അവിടെ ചികിത്സയ്ക്ക് വന്നതിന് പുറമെ വിദേശ രാജ്യങ്ങളിൽ നിന്ന് പോലും ധാരാളം ചികിത്സയ്ക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് അവിടെ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഇത് നല്ല രീതിയിൽ നടക്കുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് മാത്രമാണ് ഇത്രയ്ക്കും ആളുകൾ അവിടെ സന്ദർശിക്കുന്നത് എന്നുള്ളതിന് യാതൊരു സംശയവുമില്ല. അത് മേലിലും ഇതേ രീതിയിൽ നല്ല രീതിയിൽ നടക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് സർവേശ്വരനോട് പ്രാർത്ഥിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ നിർത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
പുഞ്ചിരി തഞ്ചി കൊഞ്ചിക്കോ, മുന്തിരി മുത്തൊളി ചിന്തിക്കോ, സുന്ദരി വന്ന സുന്ദരി വാവേ, താങ്കിണക്ക തകർമിയാടും തന്റെ നിലാവേ. പുഞ്ചിരി തഞ്ചി കൊഞ്ചിക്കോ, മുന്തിരി മുത്തൊളി ചിന്തിക്കോ, സുന്ദരി വന്ന സുന്ദരി വാവേ, താങ്കിണക്ക തകർമിയാടും തന്റെ നിലാവേ.
Thank you. That was an uplifting interlude for a formal session. Now we resume with the official sessions. Another distinguished dignitary has joined us online. As was mentioned earlier, today we also launch AYUSH Lab. We launch a web portal called Aachaara Rasaayanam. We give away awards to meritorious physicians. So this is going to be an eventful session. To do the honors, we have someone who is equally scholarly. In fact, I would like to take the liberty to speak a bit about the portal that is about to be launched. Every Sunday, Sitaram has been organizing a webinar since November 2020. And all these Sundays, we invite eminent speakers who initiate a resourceful discourse on various pertinent topics. And all these episodes have been put together. 50 of those episodes have already been completed. They have been put together, compiled into a web portal called Aachaara Rasaayanam, and key takeaways and lessons from these lectures have also been edited and brought together in the form of an e-book. Both of these will be made accessible to scholars from around the world. So that is the portal that is about to be launched. And now the lab. Over a century, the one thing that has remained a constant in Sitaram's journey is the unshakable belief in the salience of quality. The in-house quality control lab of Sitaram is now AYUSH certified lab. So that is also a moment to rejoice for us. The lab is also about to be launched, and we hope the AYUSH MITRA award will also be given away by the dignitary who's about to join us, who's already joined us. AYUSH MITRA is an award instituted to honor physicians who integrate the best of both the worlds, who integrate other streams of medicine along with Ayurveda. So we have one such recipient for today's AYUSH MITRA award. It is being presented posthumously. And another award is the Ekalavya award. As was mentioned in the webinar series, out of the 50 webinars, there was one student who was eagerly taking part in all the episodes. We saw his presence in 48 of the 50 episodes. He's a senior doctor and yet an enthusiastic student as well. So that is another award that will also be presented in the segment. And now about the guest who will be giving away the award. As was mentioned earlier, he has a strong academic bent of mind, an author who writes extensively on Ayurvedic health paradigms. He holds a doctorate in Ayurvedic medicine. He's also a founder of Chakrapani Ayurveda Clinic and Research Center, Jaipur. He has been bestowed with the prestigious Padma Shri for his exemplary contribution to the field of medicine. The meticulous scholar par excellence who currently serves as the Honourable Secretary, Ministry of AYUSH, Government of India, Padma Shri Dr. Rajesh Kotecha. Hearty welcome, sir, and may I invite you to do the above mentioned honours.
Thank you, Sitaram ji, and all dignitaries present for the occasion, and who is also virtually present, including my Guru Varya Padma Shri Professor Gurdip Singh ji, and all scholars and dignitaries. It is my privilege and honor to be invited in this centenary celebrations of Sitaram Ayurveda, and I'm very happy to mention that Sitaram ji and his team, they are doing a lot of innovative activities for the Ayurveda sector. So he's not only an industrialist, but an academician, an activist, and a scholar. Is a combination of all. So my compliments to Vaidya Sitaram ji and all his team. And I'm at this juncture, I'm happy to present the award to the winners. Thank you. We all know Dr. Mathew ji, and this is actually, the award is decorated to him posthumously, and it is actually an honor to the award. Dr. Matthews, he was an eminent oncologist and then served thousands of patients, cancer patients during his lifetime. So I'm happy to confer this award to Dr. Matthews posthumously. This is an AYUSH MITRA award.
As we complete 50 episodes of Aachaara Rasaayanam, and after witnessing the outstanding response of the Ayurveda doctors and students community, Sitaram Ayurveda decided to launch a web portal where all the sessions would be available. Thank you, Padma Shri Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha sir, for launching the Aachaara Rasaayanam ebook and the web portal. To access the web portal, please log into www.sitaramayurveda.com and click on the link Aachaara Rasaayanam. On this page, you have access to the wealth of Ayurvedic wisdom. All the episodes are categorized and each topic would include the notes and the recordings. Please enroll and make the most of the wisdom that is available.
I'm very happy to launch this web portal of Ayurveda e-learning, Aachaara Rasaayanam, and its ebook. This is a weekly CME program conducted by Sitaram since the Centennial celebrations in November 2020. Over 120 hours of clinical pulse by excellent Ayurvedic clinicians now available for budding practitioners. One of the ways to strengthen Ayurveda is to impart confidence to the Ayurvedic doctors by imparting wisdom. Future belongs to those who are invested in learning. I also hereby launch the first volume of the Aachaara Rasaayanam ebook containing the key takeaways and clinical pulse of the first 45 episodes of this CME. This will be a wealth of wisdom for the AYUSH community. Thank you. I hereby award Dr. L.V. Prasad Eklavya Award to Dr. L.V. Prasad. This is an award instituted to the doctor committee committed to learning. Dr. Prasad, a government medical officer from Andhra Pradesh, even at the age of 60, committed to learn irrespective of his practice schedule. Congratulations, Dr. Prasad. Also, I congratulate the award winners, Professor Gurdip Singh for the RATNA Lifetime Achievement Award, Dr. L.Mahadevan for the APURVA VAIDYA Award for Outstanding Clinical Acumen. Once again, I wish Sitaram many more glorious years to spread Ayurveda and wish Dr. Ramanathan and his team the very best with the blessings of Lord Dhanvantari. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram, sir. Namaskar. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are grateful to you for sparing some time for us and doing the honors. In the years to come, this will be a historic moment for us. Perhaps in another 100 years, this day will be written down. And we are so glad that you are also part of the centenary celebrations. Thank you again, Ji. And now, the AYUSH MITRA Award, a life dedicated to integrative medicine and oncology. Late Dr. C.P.Mathew, MBBS, MS, DMR, has been conferred with AYUSH MITRA Award posthumously for his brilliant straddling together of both the worlds. And in order to accept the award on behalf of late Dr. C.P.Mathew, we have with us who could well be called a disciple of Dr. C.P.Mathew. He is an Ayurvedic doctor at the ISM department. He pursued his internship under Dr. C.P.Mathew and meticulously documented the practices of the seasoned Dr. Mathew and therefore made his practices available for posterity. We thank Dr. S.P. Srijit for the efforts and we request Dr. S.P. Srijit to speak to give the acceptance speech for AYUSH MITRA Award. Welcome, sir.
Respected all, gratitude in advance is the most creative force in the universe. This I learned from Dr. C.P.Mathew, sir. As my medical godfather, if I may call him so, it's a very special situation for me to be in the audience where my big brother and my another medical godfather, Dr. L.Mahadevan, is also present same time. Dr. C.P.Mathew, sir, in 2019, I was told by him, Srijit, you can take away all my clinical diaries. I don't know when my time is up. As a government medical officer of ISM department, I thought it was a pity, knowing him for 10 years, that it goes in the drain. So I decided to take leave from a government service. The next 2 years, except for the night time, I was with him nearly all the time, as his man Friday, as his personal assistant, as his professional assistant. And I had the honor and the fortune to be trained heavily by him for about 50 varieties of cancer in an integrated approach, which included more than 10,000 plus consultations in different ways, through his diaries, through his patients. So I practically gave up my government job till I thought I am coming up with a document that is copy-pastable and that is useful for the community. Thanks to God, thanks to his mentorship, and thanks very much to the patients who really formatted my soul. Dr. C.P.Mathew, sir, before his departure, saw to it that a book was out, the prototype was already released, an enhanced version is to be released. And we have now an outcome, which means there are 320 doctors through a certain group we created 2 years ago. We call it For a Great Purpose WhatsApp group, and Agni, to excel, to heal lives, wherein we have doctors from the modern sector who are, I have no shame to say, I'm not afraid to say, who are secretly using AYUSH medications in the allopathic hospitals. I hope that secrecy can be blown off and made it more formal. We have definitely Siddha and Ayurvedic doctors who are following the methods of Dr. C.P.Mathew, sir. He was 1954 MBBS, much before the state of Kerala was formed. And as a medico for 72 years and as a doctor for 67 years, he took everything from so-called, he was a surgeon anyway, all of us know that, to the level of Daiva Vipashra Chikitsa. I'm very honored to say that he left almost everything for all of us. And everything that I have documented on his behalf is already being used for the last 2 years by doctors at many levels. I would conclude by telling that he was a warrior saint. I know him personally very well for the last 2 years, and I could always feel that whenever AYUSH was defamed, online form, offline form, he was a fierce defender. As much he was a warrior, very strong vocal, he was a very down-to-earth person, and I have seen him many times avoiding his steps to not let at least an even ant get killed. That was the kind of saintly life he had. A true lover of Ayurveda, a true believer, he practiced it, and I'm sure a part of his soul is with us. And I carry the Rudraksha he was having till his death. He left me to wear that Rudraksha mala. I make sure that as his physical presence, I use that mala in this function. So thank you very much, Sitaram, for this great effort. And I would conclude by what he lived and what I strongly believe. And as AYUSH people, I think only strength respects strength. In the case of oncology, the field is heavily dominated and heavily dependent by allopathy or modern segment. We need to show our strength. Last thing, Sarvada Shaktishali, Sarvada Buddhishali, Sarvada Paropakari. I strongly believe we must live with this ethos. This will only make Ayurveda more prosperous. There is no space for showing weakness. We need to exert our strength positively in a good manner. That will lead to prosperity of the society and also to the nation by and large. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for accepting the award. And strength begets strength. That is truly the message to take forward. And now, as Srijit sir had already mentioned, Dr. Mathew is a powerhouse, was a powerhouse, a storehouse of knowledge. Let's take a quick look at the video of the contributions made by Dr. C.P.Mathew.
Was one of the senior most oncologists who completed his MBBS in the year 1954 from Madras and pursued MS in 1965. Until the early 1980s, he was the only practicing oncologist in the state of Kerala, even before the establishment of Regional Cancer Center in Trivandrum. From being a professor of oncology, he went on to serve as the vice principal and retired in 1986 from the Government Medical College, Kotecha. He was the first oncologist in the world to perform chemotherapy with radiation in cervical cancer. During his vast 62 years of practice in oncology, he was the pioneer in integrating AYUSH and allopathy as a treatment towards cancer recovery. He soon realized that over-enthusiasm for surgical intervention and chemotherapy is in most cases immensely harmful and counterproductive, whereas a judicious application of the same can save lives. During the times of unjustified defamation of AYUSH, Dr. C.P.Mathew fiercely defended the AYUSH method of treatment like no other. Being an allopathic doctor and a reputed professor of oncology, he believed and preached the healing powers of Agnihotra, Jyotish and Yantravidhi. He was conferred with the Lifetime Achievement Award by Rashtriya Ayurveda Vidyapeeth in March 2021 and also by the National Institute of Siddha in September 2021 for his contributions to AYUSH. Before his demise in October 2021, he has left behind more than 300 doctors of AYUSH and allopathy who have been trained into this result-oriented integrative approach in oncology. He was in every way a true believer of AYUSH, and many consider him to be the father of integrative medicine. On the occasion of completing 100 years of Ayurvedic healing legacy, Sitaram Ayurveda, with hereby confers AYUSH MITRA Award posthumously upon the senior-most oncologist of India, Dr. C.P.Mathew, recognizing his immense contribution in integrating AYUSH systems with allopathic cancer care and helping lakhs of patients find relief and recovery.
Thank you. Thank you. And now the Ekalavya awardee, as was mentioned in the video earlier, he is 60 years young and he makes it a point to keep himself updated by attending webinar series. Out of the 50 webinar episodes, he has already attended 48 of those. Dr. Prasad, you're truly an inspiration. Thank you for accepting the Ekalavya Award. We would love to hear your thoughts. Please join us. Meanwhile, I think we will get back to you, sir. Meanwhile, I believe our MD, sir, would like to officially thank Kotecha ji.
Thank you, Sri Rajesh Kotecha ji, for attending the Sitaram 100 years celebration, and also you are giving the C.P.Mathew Award and the Ekavalya Award of Prasad, and also very nice word about regarding the, especially the Sitaram Ayurveda and family. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ramanathan, sir. He is a proud host here. Truly grateful for the wonderful words of appreciation that are coming our way. Let me just ensure, Prasad, sir, are we ready? Or shall we proceed with the next videos and then get back to you? I believe we'll have a short pause. Prasad sir, is that you? I believe. No, he is enthusiastic. We were very sure that he will somehow find a way to get back. Meanwhile, AYUSH Lab, Sitaram's in-house quality control lab, as was mentioned earlier, is now a certified AYUSH lab, having met the world-class standards, protocols put in place by the Government of India. We will take this moment to take a quick walk through the lab.
Sitaram Ayurveda is consistently striving to improve the quality and effectiveness of the medicines. One such effort was to get the Quality Control Lab accredited under the National AYUSH Mission. Sitaram's AYUSH Laboratory is a full-fledged and well-equipped laboratory having separate divisions for ASU drugs, wet analysis, pharmacognosy, microbiology, and high-end instrumentation with an intellectual team of expertise in the areas of Ayurveda, chemistry, botany, microbiology, and pharmaceutics to provide timely, reliable, and dependable results. Sitaram Ayurveda AYUSH Lab also supports small-scale Ayurvedic manufacturing companies which do not have the quality control laboratory set up to test their products.
Hello, this is Chris Gopalakrishnan. Congratulations on the 100th anniversary of Sitaram Ayurveda and best wishes for many more milestones such as this one. COVID crisis has reiterated the importance of being healthy, and I have benefited from my treatments at Sitaram Ayurveda. The personalized care and beautiful surroundings enhance the healing effects of the treatment. I'm looking forward to being able to visit Sitaram for continuing my treatments as soon as life becomes normal. Thank you.
Sitaram Anglo Ayurvedic Pharmacy 100 വർഷത്തെ പ്രവർത്തനം പൂർത്തിയാക്കുകയാണ്. നിരവധി ചരിത്രങ്ങൾ സൃഷ്ടിച്ചുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഈ പ്രസ്ഥാനം 100 വർഷം പൂർത്തിയാക്കുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഡോക്ടർ ഡി രാമനാഥൻ്റെ നേതൃത്വത്തിൽ ഈ പ്രസ്ഥാനം കൂടുതൽ ശക്തമാവുകയാണ്. നമ്മുടെ സമൂഹത്തിൽ ആരോഗ്യം എന്ന സങ്കല്പം അർത്ഥവത്താക്കുന്നതിന്, അർത്ഥപൂർണമാക്കുന്നതിന് കഴിഞ്ഞ 100 വർഷങ്ങൾ ശ്രമിച്ചു എന്നത് സമൂഹം എന്നും ഓർക്കുന്ന കാര്യമാണ്. ആയുർവേദം എന്നത് ഒരു സംസ്കാരമാണ്, ജീവിത രീതിയാണ്, പ്രകൃതിയോട് ഇണങ്ങുന്ന സങ്കല്പമാണ് എന്ന ആശയം പ്രചരിപ്പിക്കുവാനാണ് സീതാറാം ആംഗ്ലോ ആയുർവേദിക് ഫാർമസി ശ്രമിച്ചത്. ഈ സമൂഹത്തിൻ്റെ സമസ്ത മേഖലകളിലും ഒരു സാംസ്കാരിക പ്രചരണം നടത്തുക എന്ന ലക്ഷ്യത്തിലാണ് ഈ സ്ഥാപനം പ്രവർത്തിച്ചിരുന്നത്. അത് ഒരു വ്യവസായ സ്ഥാപനമാകാം, ഒരു ചികിത്സാ സ്ഥാപനമാകാം, പക്ഷേ അതെല്ലാം ബന്ധിപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഒരു സാംസ്കാരിക ഇടപെടൽ നടത്തുന്ന പ്രസ്ഥാനമാണ് എന്ന രീതിയിലാണ് ഞാൻ അതിനെ കാണുന്നത്. അങ്ങനെയാണ് തുടർന്നുള്ള ആരോഗ്യരംഗത്തും പ്രവർത്തിക്കേണ്ടത്. ലോകം മുഴുവൻ ആരോഗ്യരംഗം കച്ചവടവൽക്കരിച്ച് കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. പക്ഷേ ആരോഗ്യം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആരോഗ്യരംഗത്തെ പ്രവർത്തനം അതെല്ലാം സംസ്കാരത്തിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമാണ്, ജീവിതത്തിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമാണ് എന്ന പ്രചരണം കുറഞ്ഞ് വരികയാണ്. അവിടെയാണ് സീതാറാം ആംഗ്ലോ ആയുർവേദിക് ഫാർമസിയുടെ പ്രസക്തി വർദ്ധിക്കുന്നത്. വലിയ പ്രതീക്ഷയാണ് സമൂഹത്തിനുള്ളത്, ആയുർവേദ രംഗത്തിന് ഉള്ളത്. സസ്യ പ്രചരണം, അതായത് ഔഷധ സസ്യ പ്രചരണം, ഔഷധ സസ്യങ്ങൾ മാത്രമായിക്കൊള്ളണമെന്നില്ല. സംസ്കാരം എന്നതിൽ പച്ച നിറമുള്ള മുഴുവൻ സസ്യങ്ങളും ഉൾപ്പെടുന്നു. അത് വ്യാപിപ്പിക്കുക എന്നത് ഈ പ്രസ്ഥാനത്തിൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ലക്ഷ്യമായി കാണുന്നു. അത് പ്രകൃതിയോട് സമൂഹത്തെ ഇണക്കുന്നതിൻ്റെ ഒരു രീതിശാസ്ത്രമായിട്ടാണ് കാണേണ്ടത്. ഈ ഒരു സങ്കല്പം ഇനിയും വർഷങ്ങളോളം ഈ സമൂഹത്തിൽ ഇതേ അർത്ഥത്തിൽ നിലനിൽക്കണം എന്ന് ഹൃദയം നിറഞ്ഞ് ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു. എല്ലാ ആശംസകളും നേരുന്നു.
തൃശ്ശൂരിലെ സീതാറാം ആയുർവേദിക് ഫാർമസിയുടെ 100ാം വർഷം ആഘോഷിക്കാനുണ്ട്. കുങ്കുന്നം ആസ്ഥാനമായി ആരംഭിച്ച ഒരു പ്രൈവറ്റ് ലിമിറ്റഡ് കമ്പനി ആദ്യം ആംഗ്ലോ ആയുർവേദിക് ഫാർമസി എന്ന പേരിൽ ഒരു ഇന്നത്തെ പോലെ ആളുകൾ ചിന്തിക്കുക പോലും ചെയ്യാത്ത സമയത്ത് ഒരു ഹോളിസ്റ്റിക് അപ്രോച്ച് മനസ്സിൽ കണ്ടുകൊണ്ട്
ദീർഘവീക്ഷണത്തോടുകൂടി ആരംഭിച്ച ഒരു സ്ഥാപനമാണ്. പിന്നീട് പടിപടിയായി അതിൻ്റെ പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ വ്യാപിച്ചു. ഇന്ന് കേരളത്തിൽ വളരെ ശാഖകളും കുറേയേറെ ജോലിക്കാരും ഒക്കെ ഉള്ളൊരു സ്ഥാപനമായിട്ട് മാറുന്നു. ചികിത്സാ രംഗത്തും മരുന്നുൽപാദന രംഗത്തും വിപണന രംഗത്തുമൊക്കെ ശ്രദ്ധേയമായ ഒരു സ്ഥാപനം, മാതൃകാപരമായി പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന സ്ഥാപനമായിട്ട് അത് വളർന്നു. വ്യക്തിപരമായി പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാൻ ഈ കുടുംബവുമായിട്ട് കൊണ്ട് അടുത്താണ്. ദേവരാജയുടെ മകൻ ലക്ഷ്മീനാരായണൻ എൻ്റെ സഹപാഠിയായിരുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഇപ്പോൾ ഈ സ്ഥാപനത്തിന് നേതൃത്വം നൽകുന്ന ഡോക്ടർ രാമനാഥൻ എൻ്റെ ചിരകാല സുഹൃത്താണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഈ സ്ഥാപനത്തിൻ്റെ നിരന്തരമായ വളർച്ച താല്പര്യത്തോടെ വീക്ഷിക്കുന്ന ഒരാളാണ് ഞാൻ.
My name is Arun Puri. I've visited Sitaram twice, and it's been a wonderful experience for me. I want to congratulate Sitaram for completing 100 years. You can imagine if an institution completes 100 years, they must be doing something right. And this is a family tradition. It has been passed on from generations. So, and Ayurveda is that kind of a medical practice, which actually is something which is learned from practice and from the learnings of your seniors. So, and it's absolutely delightful where the place is. One of the most beautiful places on the beach. I would highly recommend anybody who believes in Ayurveda to come here and get themselves properly treated for the whole body. And I think that's the main thing about Ayurveda. It treats you completely and not in parts. So again, congratulations to Sitaram. I wish you all the best. Another 100 years. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Those are all testimonials straight from heart. And it is quite rewarding to see that they've all benefited from associating with Sitaram and taking part in the Ayurvedic healing processes and practices put in place by Sitaram. Now we are in fact just holding on and waiting for the Honourable Minister of State for Tourism, Government of India, Sri.T.N.Prathapan Yeshu Naik. And now I believe we have 3 more awardees who are with us. The recipients of AYUSH SANCHARAM. Just as the name designates, it is an award for those who have acknowledged the value of the Indian traditional systems of medicine, especially Ayurveda, from outside the country and who encourage patients to pay a visit to India for Ayurvedic healthcare. 3 of our friends, Mr. Hans, Mr. Markus and Mr. Yuri, have been adjudged as recipients of the AYUSH SANCHARAM Award. We would like to take a look at the profile, at the videos of Mr. Hans, Mr. Markus and Mr. Yuri, the awardees of AYUSH SANCHARAM.
Hans Wettstein is the founder and CEO of the renowned Swiss travel company Insight Ryzen, specializing in unique and tailor-made trips for Ayurveda and yoga to the Indian subcontinent. As a professional sitar player who lived in Varanasi for over 15 years in the 80s and 90s, his love for the culture, diversity and spirit of India helped him find his passion for sharing with others what he loves the most. Many of his friends call him an Indian soul with a Swiss passport. He facilitates travels to India and helps people find Ayurveda and explore the diverse culture here. He also regularly curates spiritual group trips to Varanasi, Rishikesh, Mount Kailash and also to Tibet. Over his 20 years of travel business, he has sent over 10,000 Swiss nationals to India. Today, Insight Reisen is one of the most trusted tour operator companies in Switzerland, specializing in Ayurveda and yoga travels to Indian subcontinent. On the occasion of completing 100 years of Ayurvedic healing legacy, Sitaram Ayurveda hereby confers AYUSH SANCHARAM Award upon Mr. Hans Wettstein of Insight Reisen, Switzerland, recognizing his outstanding contribution in promoting Ayurveda medical tourism globally. Born to one of the first yoga teachers in Germany, Markus Hegemann got very interested in yoga and Indian Vedic philosophies at a very young age. This interest later on inspired him to travel the length and breadth of India extensively. During his travels, he deepened his knowledge in yoga and made his first contact with the healing powers of Ayurveda. After completing his yoga teacher's training, he went on to start a yoga school in Germany in the 1980s. His deep interest in traveling and India inspired him to take group tours to places like Auroville, Tiruvannamalai, Dharamshala, and Mount Kailash. These trips made him start the tour operator company Neue Wege Reisen in the year 1991. Neue Wege means a trip that helps you find your true self. Today, Neue Wege is one of the most trusted and leading tour operators in Germany, specializing in yoga and Ayurveda medical tourism. Over the last 3 decades, Neue Wege has sent over 30,000 clients for tailor-made yoga and Ayurveda trips to the Indian subcontinent. On the occasion of completing 100 years of Ayurvedic healing legacy, Sitaram Ayurveda hereby confers AYUSH SANCHARAM Award upon Mr. Markus Hegemann of Neue Wege Seminar and Reisen, recognizing his outstanding contribution in promoting Ayurveda medical tourism globally. Mr. Yuri Kiryanov, also called as Yuri Bharat, is a very well-known promoter of Indian culture in Russia. As a frequent traveler to India and to many spiritual ashrams, Ayurveda and yoga centers, he deeply explored the diversity, culture and spiritual aspects of India. He has translated these experiences in his books such as India, Ashram, Traveling to Satya Sai Baba, and over 100 articles and travel guides for Russian nationals to explore the true spirit of India. To realize his vision, he started India Tour Travel Company, the very first travel tour operator in Russia during the post-Soviet era that exclusively specializes in tours for India and Ayurveda. Today, India Tour is considered one of the most trusted companies specializing in India and Ayurveda medical tourism, with over 18,000 clients from the Russian Federation. On the occasion of completing 100 years of Ayurvedic healing legacy, Sitaram Ayurveda hereby confers AYUSH SANCHARAM Award upon Mr. Yuri Kiryanov of India Tour Travel Company, Russia, recognizing his outstanding contribution in promoting Ayurveda medical tourism globally.
Thank you. It's truly a joy to see all of you expressing your love for the country and the implicit trust that you have placed in the country's systems of medicine. And now our Honourable Minister has already joined. He was also formerly the Ayush Minister, currently serves as the Minister of State for Tourism, Government of India. He is somebody who strongly endorses the centrality of Indian systems of medicine in the treatment of human ailments. Without much further ado, it is with great respect that I invite the Honourable Minister, the very zestful Sri Shripad Yasho Nayak, to present the Ayush Sancharam Awards.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. First of all, I am apologize. I could not join in time because of my flight was a bit late. So I can start?
Yes, sir. Please
Hello?
go ahead. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Namaskar to everybody. I am very much thankful to all of you, the organizer, Dr. Ramanathan ji and his team, that he gave me the opportunity to join this program. 100 years of tradition in Ayurveda healthcare is a remarkable achievement. My heartiest congratulations again to Sitaram Ayurveda and Dr. Ramanathan and his team. I especially appreciate the work being done by the Sitaram in Ayurveda and Yoga Healthcare Tourism. I also applaud the idea of the AYUSH SANCHARAM Award for promoting Ayurveda tourism and Ayurveda medical tourism globally, and to promote AYUSH Ayurveda travel to India. That last so many years I was working in AYUSH ministry, and we were jointly working that tourism also can flourish by the help of AYUSH, and with the help of the tourism, AYUSH ministry also can flourish by giving support to each other. Last 7 years, I've tried my level best to make the infrastructure in the country, all over in all states and other places, and we will find that Ayurveda is going ahead, surging ahead, and everybody has supported us. Every ministry has supported us, and now Ayurveda, I reach Ayurveda, yoga, and all the practice of Ayurveda are reached in the world also. So I am very happy to have opportunity to present the AYUSH Sanchar Awards. Hello.
Yes, sir.
I present the first AYUSH Sancharam Award to Mr. Hans Wettstein inside is in MBBS, Switzerland, for promoting the India Ayurveda in Switzerland and the European. A special you for promoting the Indian culture Europe. Congratulations, thanks you for your work in promoting the India's Ayurveda in Switzerland.
We realize Shri Yashwant Nayak ji is in the middle of a long journey. We are grateful to him for having found time for us. I believe we have lost connection. We will resume. Meanwhile, I think it will be the right moment to invite our first awardee, Mr. Hans Wettstein, who was in fact described as someone with an Indian blood and a Swiss passport. So that was quite an interesting introduction, in fact. Mr. Hans Wettstein, namaste and welcome. Time for your acceptance speech.
Namaste. Namaste. I'm really honored to be part of this celebration. Thank you very much to Dr. Ramanathan, and I'm so proud to being among all these Padma Shris and Padma Bhushans to receive this prestigious award here in Switzerland. Our company doesn't go back to the Spanish plague, Gott sei Dank, but we've experienced also our up and downs, especially now with the pandemic going on. Or I can remember 1994, we had a plague in India. We survived all of it, and I'm sure we will also survive this pandemic. Now there are very good signs. We are very happy to hear that Indian visa for tourists are being issued again from tomorrow onwards. So actually it's a very good moment for this celebration also for us, that we can send tourists again on e-medical visa, on the normal tourist visa to India. Big problem are the flights are totally full. So I also request our tourism minister to improve the situation more for us. And I'm very happy to be part of this, and I would like to give a small presentation. Jetzt machen wir da noch schnell. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. This is by far the most engaging award acceptance presentation that we've ever come across. Your love for the country brims in your presentations. Thank you very much, and continue to keep in touch is all that we can say. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And now time for the next awardee. Honourable Minister is constantly trying to stay connected, but meanwhile we thought we will hear from the recipient of the next AYUSH SANCHARAM Award, Mr. Markus Hegemann. Over to you. Namaste and welcome. From Germany.
Join my audio. So, okay. Yeah. Namaskar, everybody. I hope you can understand me there. So, dear dignitaries and dear Dr. Ramanathan, dear Dr. Vignesh, I feel really very honored to receive the AYUSH SANCHARAM Award on this wonderful occasion, Sitaram celebrating 100th anniversary, and I do really humbly and gratefully accept this honor. I can't serve with such a great sitar performance as my friend, my dear friend Hans, and also a colleague in many travels to India and especially to Holy Mount Kailash did. I'm coming more from the yoga side. My childhood, I was already fascinated by the Indian culture, as my father was one of the first yoga teachers of Germany. And I'm really grateful to him that he infected me with the love for the Indian tradition, for India. So after extensively traveling India, I founded Ayurveda as a tour operator in 1991 to become Germany's leading tour operator for specialized yoga and Ayurvedic travels. So the world of traveling for me was always connected with the meaning to bring forward the ancient traditions of India. Authentic and also innovative Ayurveda is our focus. We want to bring the ancient traditions to Europeans, to European Western people. So for me, it was natural to meet with Dr. Vignesh, as he is for me one of the outstanding speakers for Ayurveda, in a sense that Western people can fully comprehend and understand. and he's also a very motivating speaker. So we did a lot of promotion tours together with him in Europe, and we found a big and interested audience for that. So we are not mainly concerned about business, but our mission is to convince people in the West of the helpful aspects, of the healing aspects of Ayurveda, and to see how Ayurveda can improve our lives and give a deeper understanding and meaning towards our lives. So our common understanding is quality. And this sense of quality we share with Dr. Vignesh and his family and the family of Sitaram. If we look from the point of view of our clients, which is always very important to see what our clients really need, we do think it's not another marble bath, it's not a golden bathtub when they are traveling, what they are looking for, but they look for the real contact. They look for the real experience of life, of nature, and especially the human touch. This is what moves our guests and people. So that is also what Ayurveda can give in these times of Corona, the deeply healing human touch that really reaches far beyond the journey of the people and which really reaches their hearts. And that's what I'm really grateful for, not only to Dr. Vignesh and his family, but also to the wonderful team he has created at Sitaram. And I really want to extend my greetings from here to the wonderful team of whole Sitaram, because they are the ones who fill the theory of Ayurveda with the real experience and which really reached the hearts of our guests. So I do wish Sitaram another 100 years and a bright future. And I'm already looking forward to my next Ayurveda cure at Sitaram, hopefully around Eastern Time 2022. And I hope that we all stay in good contact to bring forward this great achievement of Indian culture to our Western civilization. So thank you very much and have a wonderful event, have a wonderful celebration.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for reminding us of the need of the deeply healing human touch, especially during these difficult COVID times. Thank you, Mr. Markus. And now it's time to hear from the next recipient of the AYUSH SANCHARAM Award, Mr. Yuri Kirianau, or better known as Mr. Yuri Bharat, should I say. Namaskaram and welcome.
Hello?
Hello, sir. Welcome.
Yes, I'm very glad to see you all because all we are child of Ayurveda. Sitaram Ayurveda family also, because 100 years ago, great submission and namaskar to all of you. Let me congratulate you for 100 years of your Ayurveda contribution to health and well-being of people around the world. I'm very happy to receive AYUSH SANCHARAM Award. Thank you. This is great honor to me and Russian travel company India Tour and all team. We are happy that traveler is slowly becoming a reality and India is opening from tomorrow, maybe. You know very well how Ayurveda helps for all people to get better physically, mentally, and emotionally. And we make no doubt that after pandemic COVID, Ayurveda will be one of the main sources people will revive their health and boost their immunity. India Tour, a Russian travel company, will continue to promote Ayurveda and yoga, all treatment together, benefits for health among Russian people. Thank you very much. But if possible, 1 minute for your attention for non-official speech. Possible? Hello.
Hello, sir. Continue.
If possible, I tell about my dream. 6 or 7 years ago, I meet with ambassador of India in Russia, and this is Ajay Malhotra. Now he have job in the United Nations. And I ask if possible, organized for me meet with Madam Pratibha Patil, President of India. He asked me why, which problem. I tell I have important dream. And which dream? Next. Now in the world have 4 big power country. America with money and weapon. Russia with natural resource and territory. Lady with name Europe with democracy and great history. And China with good workers and technology. No have India. But all values these 4 big country not truth. This is false values. India have more better and more great values, universal values. This is Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, and Ahimsa. India have spiritual institute like ashrams and monasteries. India have spiritual knowledge like Vedic, Ayurveda, yoga, and another one. And need opening in India special world center of spiritual unity, because now not have hungry in the world, not have trade war like 100 years ago. Now we have religion conflicts. If in India, for example, in Bangalore, Hyderabad, or Trivandrum, opening a world center of spiritual unity, this is new way for all the world, for all humanity. And Ayurveda and yoga knowledge include all universal values like Dharma, Satya, Shanti, Prema, and Ahimsa. If together maybe our child or grandchild go to this way, this is no future. This is best future without arms or money, weapons. Again, thank you about AYUSH SANCHARAM Awards, special for Dr. and Father Ramanathan and Dr. Vignesh. Once again, thank you from cold Moscow. Around me, snow.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Happy to have had you here. Thank you very much for accepting the honor. Thank you for accepting AYUSH SANCHARAM Awards. And with that, we are almost ready to wrap up the Centennial celebrations, but I believe Dr. Vignesh would like to share something at this moment. Over to you.
Hello. Thank you, Markus. Thank you, Hans. Thank you, Yuri. The minister has just communicated with the concerns with the connection, but he wanted to show his appreciation for all the support that you have done. And I must also tell to all the listeners here, meeting these three souls has been a very reinforcement of what Ayurveda can do to the world. And these three people, I know how much hard work that they have put in from morning till evening to educate people, what India can do, because outside we know about India as not so what we know about it. And outside we India have a very different reputation, but the amount of hard work that they put in to bring in the true spirit of India and also what Ayurveda can do is just remarkable. So from the bottom of our heart, from the Sitaram family, we thank you all all three of you to be part of this event and also to grace us for this event. Thank you. And now we show a small testimonial from one of our well-wishers, and then we'll go to the vote of thanks.
Namaskaram. I am delighted to know that Sitaram Ayurveda is celebrating its centenary year. From a small operation 100 years ago, with India's first GMP unit, Sitaram has come a long way. Your dedication to furthering traditional healing and excellence in patient outcome through Ayurveda will propel India's leadership role in knowledge economy. With a team of dedicated medical professionals, researchers and academic teachers, Sitaram Ayurvedic is poised for a tremendous growth. Wish you all the best in future for growth both geographically and strategically in healing, academia and research in your ancient knowledge of Ayurveda. Congratulations, Dr. Ramanathan, Dr. Vignesh, Janani Ramanathan and your excellent team.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for those very fine comments. And with this, we are about to move to the last segment of the Centennial Celebrations inaugural session. Jnanam Paramam Dhyayam, knowledge is the ultimate goal, we say. In fact, knowledge has in fact been the ultimate goal of the Centennial celebrations. Throughout, we have emphasized on the need to disseminate knowledge freely. I invite the captain of the ship, Dr. D. Ramanathan, Managing Director, Sitaram Ayurveda, to propose the vote of thanks.
Yes, good evening. I think yesterday we have started the 4 o'clock. Now the time is 4 o'clock. The last 24 hours we are celebrating number of things, especially for the Ayurveda. For yesterday we started our Balajendran, our MLA, presidential speech, and also inaugurated our health minister, Veena George, and the same time the National Medicine Plan Board and NIA director, Tanuja Nesari. And their inaugural speech also is totally different way, because they are all the focus for the future need especially for the Ayurveda service in future. Especially the yesterday minister himself, minister had mentioned that in future, after the post-COVID, there is a huge need for the lifestyle disease, especially the diabetic. And she inaugurated the diabetic section. And last day, the 5 eminent speakers, Dr. L.Mahadevan, Dr. Gopakumar, Shashi Nachil, and Dr. Jose Kumar, and also Dr. Mukesh from Kotecha, and the moderator is Ramya and I can also done last 4 hours for the 6 to 10:30 regarding the Samagra Prameha, the treatment from the protocol, from the Nidana to protocol. And today morning also from 9 o'clock, Dr. Srija and Dr. Vishal Govind and Dr. Gopi Krishna and Dr. Jomon and the moderator Srijit. But today is some different, especially because especially the clinical side, but today they are main focus for the research side. In future, we need the Ayurveda in research side. So I am very happy as a CEO of the Sitaram Ayurveda, then 100 years over. I think this company started in 1921 at Spanish flu. Now is another very pandemic conditions, COVID-19. I'm sure this 1921 is December, is almost COVID. We will solve it and we will start our own area for the future of the health. So that is we have a good chance for the Ayurveda for the future. I think especially the Sitaram Ayurveda today, last 50 Sundays, this is the 51 Sundays, continuously we have started Aachaara Rasaayanam. More than 7,000 participants already registered and we are giving the paper and all the knowledge. And luckily today, with the help of the Dr.C.P. and team, more than 6,000 Ayurvedic practitioners yesterday and today is participated this diabetes webinar. So you think that is a very, I think this is Sitaram Ayurveda, one of the best job today we have done, because presently we are facing the main problem, the Ayurveda Doctors Conference. Now the continuous medical education, that is the CME level of the Ayurveda Aachaara Rasayana, the most of the Ayurvedic doctors, we are getting number of the reply from the participant. It's very useful. They are very confident now and improve the knowledge, and future also they are also requested to continue the same webinar. I think we are also started the webinar in another 50 Sundays also next year, and we can possible we can celebrate 100 Aachaara Rasayana is one of the other venue. And we are pleased to see the participant Ayurveda doctors and general public in the celebration that having going on here for the past 2 days. Thanks to everyone for the love and respect. Honourable Minister, Honourable MP, Member of Parliament, Shri.T.N.Prathapan, who presided over this function today, is well known for the Malayalis. Thanks for the kind words you said about the Sitaram throughout your speech. Thank you for accepting our invitation with great pleasure in just beyond words. Thank you, Honourable Prathapan ji. And Honourable AYUSH Minister is Sarbananda Sonwal ji, beloved leader who is driving the Ministry of AYUSH, which is the backbone of Ayurveda in India now. We are glad that you have managed a time for us to inaugurate this function and also giving the award, the prestigious award, Mr. Gurdip Singh and my good friend, Sri L.Mahadevan also. And we express our sincere thanks to you. Thank you, Honourable Minister Sonwal ji. And Honourable Minister of State's Tourism, due to some technical problem, his flight is late. And Sripad Naik also joined lastly. And Honourable Minister accepted our invitation with lot of happiness when he hears about AYUSH SANCHARAM Awards, which simply proves his interest in Ayurveda tourism in India. We are proud today to have him join here. Thank you very much, Minister Sripad Naik ji. Finally, Honourable AYUSH Secretary, Thank you, sir, for joining us. It is our pride that we got you to inaugurate the AYUSH lab, and which is going to be another milestone of the Sitaram Ayurveda. And also you are giving the Yegavalya award for our continuous Aachaara Rasaayanam participant, Dr. Prasad also. And thank you very much, sir, for your timely accepted and give the words, nice words for the Sitaram Ayurveda. Thank you, sir. The last 2 days have been unforgettable for us. It was gifted to us by all of you. I am really thanks Dr. Srijit, and he has done good job for the last 1 day. And also I am very much thanks for the Sitaram Ayurveda family. More than 465 direct and nearly 500 not they are also our participant indirectly, and more than 1,000 Ayurveda families of the Sitaram Ayurveda is last 2 days continuously join us. And also the Oscar, this venue they are arranged very well for the Oscar award. And finally our compare, Dr. Sri Meera, done very good over starting for the very beautiful voice and appreciation. And very much thanks for your loud from starting for the Dhanvantari Mantra also. And I am very much thanks the 100 years. It is not a easy job. For the health area, we can give her the innovation in future. I give you a word for the future. The Sitaram Ayurveda future. We are concentrated for the quality, all the aspects. Quality not for the medicine, quality not for the treatment, quality not for the research. All the area need. We have the research in all the area. We can give a quality assurance and to give a message to the world people. That is, we have for the next future health condition, Ayurveda is only the chance for the prevailing for the future for the health. So this is our continuous practice in future. Next 100 years, we can job this, we can continue, sir. Thank you. And all the awardees, my nice words regarding our three, that is Gurdip Singh and also L.Mahadevan, and the three foreign, our Marks and Hans, urine. Words, nice word regarding for the Ayurveda. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
At the culmination of Centennial celebrations, the two words that we've all got to say is thank you. Thank you to all those who have been with us on this journey, who took part in the Centennial celebrations. And just as how Dr. Ramanathan had said, Ayurveda is the way to go forward. And on a lighter note, we've been having a very solemn occasion. It's 100 years centenary. We never wished a happy birthday. So it's happy 100th birthday to Sitaram, and to many, many, many more such years of healing practices to come. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but we have promises to keep and miles to go before we sleep. God bless you all. Thank you.